They're set. Tapes are back and they're away and trotting. Highland Hill got out well from up high on the track, gets out in front of its Gazelle Dangerwood in the early stages. Stick With Me just put in a couple of rough strides with his back trotting. Meanwhile, up front, Highland Hill clears out to lead by a length and a half. It's Gazza Dangerwood's got plenty of room to jump in for the trail in second. And he's 2 lengths in front of Patchwork. 2 lengths then to She's a Pleasure, tracked up by Stick With Me. And the back markers have still got about a fair bit of ground to make up. They're about 15 metres off the second last horse. Morgan Miley tracked up by Enforce the Law. They both trotted away, but they're still a good 50 metres at least off the front as they run into the back straight. Highland Hill leads the way and he's not waiting for anyone. Leads out by 2 lengths on its Gazza Dangerwood in second. And they're clear about 12 metres away then to Patchwork. 20 away to She's a Pleasure and Stick With Me. And the back markers have caught them up. On its back was Morgan Miley and last of all was Enforce the Law. But again, they're still at least 50 metres off the front. Heading around the top corner with 1,400 left to travel and Highland Hill is rolling along. Well out in front. 2.5 lengths the margin over its Gazza Dangerwood. And it's a good 20 metres away then to Patchwork. Still 20 away then to She's a Pleasure. Tracked up and turned by Stick With Me. Going around the outside was Enforce the Law and Morgan Miley is at the rear of the field. Down for the bell, 1,100 metres left to travel and Highland Hill has had them rolling since the start, not waiting for anyone, leads out by 2.5 lengths. It's Gazza Dangerwood is doing all the hard yards chasing him up and they're a mile in front of Enforce the Law who's looped the other 4. It gets to a clear third now, it's 10 metres in front of Patchwork. 15 away then to She's a Pleasure, then came Stick With Me and Morgan Miley is still last of all and hasn't made any headway into the margin. They run into the back straight, 700 to go and Highland Hill is rolling along still, out by 3 lengths on its Gazza Dangerwood who just might be feeling the pinch. Enforce the Law is starting to eat into its margin, it's only 3 lengths away and they've cleared out. They're well clear from Patchwork, She's a Pleasure, Stick With Me and Morgan Miley. Off the back straight, 450 left to go. Highland Hill is still leading the way, 4 lengths the margin, it's still trotting strongly. Now Enforce the Law to the outside, gets around a tiring its Gazza Dangerwood, but it's still a mile ahead of the other 4 runners, headed up by Patchwork, She's a Pleasure, and then came Morgan Miley and Stick With Me. Highland Hill into the straight with 200 to go. It's been some sort of run. Has he got any petrol left? He leads out clearly. Going for a gallop was its Gazza Dangerwood. Enforce the Law into a clear second, but this has been an excellent trial from Highland Hill. Stepped beautifully from the stand and is going to bolt in. Highland Hill by 20 over Enforce the Law and a long gap then of 40 metres to its Gazza Dangerwood who got trotting again to run third ahead of Morgan Miley, Patchwork and She's a Pleasure, and Stick With Me was the last one home, saw them all safely home.